good day. So we are going to walk through this church flyer. I actually designed it using Photoshop, as you can see. This is the interface of the Photoshop. I know by this time we are already used to the tools and everything. So I will actually do a walkthrough breakdown on how I actually achieved this. So let me off each and every layer here. Okay. The layers are actually five. Alright, so here is the interface, the counter that I actually use. So this is an RGB format, that is why it is actually on artboard here, as you can see. So the size is 1080 by 1350. That's Instagram normal size, portrait size. Okay, so first of all, when I actually started it, I started by importing the background, which is this. I import the background, and then in here, if you look at this, it's just a raw background. So I actually go to here, filter, and then blur. I use Gaussian blur and blur it out. So I think I use 10. Yeah, something like 10. Yep. So the next thing that I do is I actually go and import the logo, and then importing the logo, I put it to this axis, and I make sure that I centralize it by clicking on this thing here. That icon that you are seeing, two shape. One is small and then the other one is big. So it's just for you to actually understand that it actually means centralization, like put it to the middle. So the next thing that I did is I actually create, although this is not the second thing, it's just that the layer is here. So I created this shape. This is an eclipse shape, just like this. I just created it like this, and then if you want to change how it appears, you can actually go to this. Here you can see it here, whether you want it in a dash format or maybe a normal line format. So that is how I did this. So the next thing that I do is I actually import this. That's the image of the priest. Should I say priest? Okay, let me just, apostle. So I actually go to filter and then camera roll and then do some editing. So this is before, this is after. This is before, this is after. This is before, and then this is after. So if you are used to watching my Photoshop tutorial, you can actually understand how to actually use the camera roll in order to do some retouch on picture. So the next thing that I do is I actually drag a kind of very small clip here, and then I change the color to this color, you can see. So the next thing, I put a clock, which I import from my gallery. Let's say gallery, no, from my folder, So yeah, so I just put it here on top of the clip that I created with this. Is it yellow? Okay, let's say yellow. So the next thing that I did is I imported this. Actually, no, this is not what I imported. Okay, this is what I imported actually. This is a kind of trash. So this is it. This 3D sound effects, I actually imported it from, okay, I actually edited from, I got the PSD format on okay, on Prefix, and then I actually, edit it by clicking on this thumbnail here. So I will just do a video, and in the next video that I will do on how to do a 3D download and then edit it. So this is how I did. I just click on this thumbnail here, and then you can go to this and then you edit your text here. So this is not what I'm supposed to do now. Okay, the next thing that I did is I actually went ahead. Okay, this is just rough work. So I go to this and then put present. So if you look at here, the first I duplicated 3 of them just because I want the present to be visible very much, to be bold enough. I don't want to use bold. Oh. So the next thing I do is I put the D here. The topic is the sound of effect. So I just put the D here and then the off here. Okay. So the next thing that I did is I created a shape which is rectangular shape, and then I just put it here down where I will put my location. So I actually import a background and then I use camera roll. This is the background before, this is alpha. When I didn't use camera roll, I just use control U in order to just to play with the saturation and then the hue. Okay, the next thing that I did is I created another shape here and then import another background. I clip the background with this. It's the same background with this. So I clip it up so that it will actually show some effect. So the next thing I do, I create this again. If you look at here, you can see another small element that is transparent. The inner is transparent, and then I actually went ahead and then put a kind of very tiny stroke to be 102 here. So the next thing I do is I put the date, which is 31st. So I put the date here and then the year. Just put them here, and then the next thing I do is I put the theme, which is at the top. So I put the theme here. Pew, pew. So if you look at here, I just put something here. Just for me to, I actually download it from Pinterest and then work on the background. So I put this in order to put the off here. So the next thing I do is I put with apostle, that's the name of the apostle, and then next thing is for me to actually write the location. So that's it for this, and then I actually create a clip and then put the location there. It's just for me to put the location so that the location will be, icon will be visible. So the next thing I put the the theme here, and then I duplicated the layer of the theme here just for it to be bold enough. I don't want to make use of bold as the color style. Okay, so I put the off. Yeah, you see the sounds of fear. So that's it for this, and then the next thing I do is I put the icon as I said earlier on. So that is how I actually achieved this flyer. Very simple. very simple and short. So I actually noticed that I didn't put anything that has to do with, when you are actually designing a church flyer, you have to like put the background to actually the background supposed to illustrate your topic. So that is why I actually put this. So the image was, okay, let me just okay, the image was actually full. Okay, let me just, should I delete it? Let me delete it, okay. So this is the image actually, this is the image. So I just, create a layer mask, and then my foreground color is black. I pick the brush button, and then wipe some parts. I just wipe these parts. That is how I achieve it. So this is just an illustration of somehow like sounds of fear. Okay, I actually put this when the person that gave me the job illustrated how you want it, like the full meaning of the topic. So that's it actually. So the next thing I did is for me to actually go to the bottom layer. From the bottom layer, I click on the last layer and then go to the top, and then I hold Shift, and then Control Alt E in order to snapshot my work. So after snapshotting my work, I just go to filter and then camera roll and do some editing. So that is how I actually achieve the flyer. So thank you very much, guys. I just did this for us to actually understand how I achieve the flyer. This is the flyer. So if you look at the flyer here, okay, let me off this. So this is the flyer. So this is how the thing appears, although this one I didn't put this one here. So if you look at here, I put it here. So I just went to camera roll and then do some editing there. Thank you very much for your time. If you find this to be useful, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Like and then give me a thumb too, so that I can actually be doing a breakdown or main tutorial. So drop a comment if you want me to be doing a breakdown of any of my design, or maybe you want me to be doing a full tutorial on some design. Thank you very much. Do have a nice day, guys. Cheers.